Counting double-digit thousand sacks. .74, yeah!
Hey, what's up, fishing freaks? Real quick, bringing to you guys today the review on the Ardent Apex Grand. This one is actually the 7:3 to 1 ratio. And listen, if you look at it now, she's got blemishes. She's not pretty, but I put it through the ringer. I fished a total of 13 tournaments with this reel. I fished on top of that every practice, and I still work on a day-to-day, so I fished at lunchtime, of course, at the local spots and days off and so on and so forth. I'm going to tell you right now, this is my go-to reel. I have two of them, both in the 7:3 to 1. It actually comes in two options for right-hand reel. You could either get it in the 7:3 to 1, or you can get it in the 6:5 to 1 ratio. That is, the 6:5 to 1 is only available in a right-hand reel, not yet in the left. You can only get the 7:3 to 1, but you know, like I say, real fast. Now let me bring up some of the good qualities that I really love in this thing. One is the ease. You're talking one-handed. I'll one-hand reel this if I'm, you know, throwing a stick bait around or something like that, if I had to switch. Second's going to be the ease of use. Whether you're a beginner, a pro, you know, or a lifetime angler, this thing is just easy to set up, easy to use. Everything down from maintaining it, which is a big must. Everybody, you got to maintain your reel. I'm going to tell you right now, the best thing in the world is got to be Ardent's reel butter. That grease is thick, it's nice, but it's smooth for the reels, which makes it really nice. Especially you put it through the ringer. I haven't cleaned this one since the last tournament out in Montauk, but even from just the opening up to adjust, you have two different sets of brakes on this. You have your 270-degree magnetic brake. You also have an internal centrifugal brake, which you undo the screw on the right hand side, spin it counterclockwise, lift up. This is your centrifugal. Now, depending on how you're fishing, what you're fishing, the weight of what you're fishing, and how used you are to a bait caster, you flip these up and down. I leave mine on 2 because it was windy the other day when I was fishing. I usually keep it on 1. I throw a lot of Rebel Pop R's, and with this setup, so I'll keep it on 1. Get nice distance, but it's subtle. It comes back to you, which, you know, alleviates the backlash. I think this is a very crucial part to learning. So this being said, that's your whole centrifugal setup right there. You pop them up, pop them down. It's quick as that. That's what your magnets look like on the inside. You know, that's very big. And like I said, once again, the maintenance. I mean, you gotta turn around and you gotta pop this thing out. This is your Deep V 6061 T6 machined aluminum spool. One thing I love about this, I mean, coloring's great. That's awesome. Fish don't care what the color looks like. Personal preference, I think it looks great. With these holes in the spool, not only does it let the water leave, okay, the water that you pull back in, so you know, keep from getting nasty line, but also spooling this thing is great because you drop it through, pull it through your eye, drop it through, crank it once, bring it back around, you're set to go. And even if you, let me back away a little bit, but even if you cast out and you get way too far, you know, you cast it further because time goes on, you didn't put enough line on, whatever the case is, you're not going to cast your bait out. And if you get struck, especially throwing like a popper like I do, if I throw out and it hits that water, there's a great possibility it's going to hit it the first movement I give that thing. So by the time I could pinch a finger down to reel it in, I could lose it. But with this, even if I cast all my line out, I can still get that fish back in, which I think is an awesome feature. Like I said, packed full of goodies in this thing. I will say, like I say with everything, is you know, maintenance is the key. You want something to last. You know, maintain it, use it, use the real care kits that they sell. They make them for a reason. It goes good with their products. I'll do a disassembly in another time if people leave comments below and they want to see what the inside of it looks like. Otherwise, you have a carbon fiber split grip EVA. This thing's nice. I think, yeah, the whole thing comes in, I think, 5.9 ounces. I have no fatigue. I throw this one, I throw on a, like I said, it's my main go-to. I throw it on a Fitzgerald medium heavy Versa series, and like I said, I have no problem with fatigue. I'm a mechanic. I got carpal tunnel like it's nobody's business, and this doesn't give me any bit of issue. Total line capacity, you're talking 12-pound diameter, 150 yards. I think you could probably squeeze a little bit more. I unspooled this so I could give the review, and I'm pretty sure I had a little bit more than that on braid. Honestly, it's just you're casting miles. I mean, this was a big game changer for me, and one of the reasons I love Ardent so much was because of this design. They, like I said, besides the great customer service and those EVA split grips, those things are nice. You can hold them wet, dry, doesn't matter. And the only thing I can say with this is it's getting better with age. I had a couple issues a couple times where I clacked the release down and it would brrr, and it would just it wasn't catching. Well, of course, like I said, real maintenance is important. I took it apart. It took me no time at all to take this thing apart. Beautifully put together on the inside, and I cleaned it up, brushed it out. I had weeds and stuff in there, algae that just gunked it up, and it wasn't catching. So like I said, if I would have taken care of that reel maintenance, I wouldn't have had such a hard time. But overall, great reel. After cleaning it back up, works good. She runs quiet when she's clean. I mean, you know, I just all around. I mean, just the setting up. You know, I'm talking about. I was never big into bait casters. I fly fish for the longest period of time, and this reel, honest to God, helped me transition to be a better angler, which I think is majorly important, especially on the, you know, trying to hit some of the bigger fish. Some of the stuff you can't get with a spinning rod. I mean, you can. Don't get me wrong. There's people out there that say you can't. You know, you can, but I just feel it's a lot easier for me with casting. It's, you know, one-handed operation at most times. I'm not chucking a bail. I'm not flipping a bail all the time. Everything's one-handed. My drag's a hell of a lot tighter, which I love the star drag on this thing. The swept back star drag. This thing gets tight. I mean, I'll put it in the comments down below if I can figure it out. I forget what the drag was on this thing, but I know it's pretty heavy, and I've never had a problem horsing a fish out, you know, with the drag still running on a big fish. But everything being said, once again, guys, you guys got to check this reel out. I'll leave the links below down in the description to Ardent, and I'll actually direct link you to them. And like I said, you can also check out Amazon too. I believe they're starting to sell them on Amazon. If you go right now, I believe they're giving 40% off, I want to say. Could be wrong. I think it's 40% off they're giving right now for Black Friday. Check this stuff out, guys. This is stuff that you really got to stay in tune with. I got a couple more coming up. I got the flipping reel coming up for you guys probably in the next week.
Now everybody sing that shit.